If we survive this 24-hour jet ski challenge in the heart of Florida, then we will be giving one of you guys a free baby manatee straight from the springs here. We're going insane. Just kidding. Me and a friend are actually going on a jet ski trip here in Florida. 24-hour challenge.
You got a big forehead, brother.
Dude, I know. We're in the Gulf of Mexico, but this is later in the video. Just watch and you'll see where we make it.
We saw manatee, we saw turtles, we saw water, we saw lots of water.
We've seen a lot of stuff. Just watch the video. It's awesome. That's Finn's here, by the way. Finn's here. Alright, we're going back to the video. Help! There's a tsunami coming.
Help! Somebody help! Help!
Park real quick.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Sorry for not joining you. Dude, long time no see.
Where are you going?
Going jet skiing. Jet skis going on the river. Swanee. We're back! We're back!
We're back!
We're
Let's
back!
go!
Yoo!
Florida Part 2.
Florida Part 2.
Officially a series now.
We have done so many Florida trips, and at this point, I don't even know.
I had to break pause my 75 hard today because of Finn, because I had to pack up. Pick him up in Jacksonville, 2 hours away. Then we're going over to the West Coast, 2 hours away. Then we're going back to Orlando, 2 hours away.
Yeah.
So we're doing a triangle.
We're doing a little trip.
First, we have to stock the skis up with all the essentials. Why is Publix so expensive?
Hey. We've been driving all night to get to this river spot.
And we still have nowhere to go.
We don't know where we're sleeping tonight.
So
We'll see. He forgot the blankets.
And pillows.
Who cares? What are we doing, Luke?
Dude, we're currently van life in Florida. We're having to camp out in the woods right now because we got to the river too late, but we're gonna hit it early in the morning. It's exactly 80 degrees right now.
Wow.
Probably 95% humidity.
I'm in Luke's tent camper on the back of his pickup truck, and I'm dripping sweat right now. We're fixing to go to bed, so yeah. Good night. Yay.
After a long, hot night and cicadas clapping in our ears, yes, I actually wrote that, realized it, and then kept it in the script. We finally dropped the skis in, which we didn't anticipate how strong the current was going to be. This was actually our third attempt. We got it done.
All right, we just put in the jet skis and we are about to hit the Swanee River. It's gonna be sick. I think we're gonna go maybe 100+ miles. We're gonna see. I'm stoked. Finn? Stoked. Part 2. We did this a while ago and I put it up on my YAF account, so go over there and subscribe if you haven't already. I upload extra content and videos, photos, kind of more behind the scenes. But I'm ready to hit the river. You.
All right, we're just at one of the springs along the Swanee River. This is the first one we're at, and it is ridiculously blue right here. Look at this. We got some cave divers as well.
Seeing these guys loaded up head to toe in gear, preparing to enter the cave, was a pretty wild experience. I mean, come on, tell me that this isn't the closest thing on Earth to an astronaut. Look at them.
All right, we're currently gonna follow in these cave divers into the Devil's Crack in the Bull Shark's Uranus. It's gonna get pretty deep. I think it's gonna be insane. Hopefully we have enough air. They have two tanks, but we got our lungs, so let's go.
As you can tell, I chose to enter the water at a precise 87-degree angle for max hydro efficiency. From my PADI advanced open water course, I recognized the side-to-side flashlight signal, yeah, right there, which meant mount his tanks for entry. Their 4mm sealed dry suits totally exposed their plan for never returning. Here we go, Finn just arrived to execute on the mission, and for time constraints, I clipped them deep below Earth's crust, just discovering the most heinous cracks. Gosh, I love Instagram videos like this. It's a crazy sport though.
So we're just jet skiing down the river here, and there are some massive rope swings. This is the first one we found that like the water depth has been good. Actually, we didn't depth check, but we should have. And the rope swing's been great, but we got warned before we got in the river that there's bull sharks in here because it does connect to the Gulf of Mexico. So not only do we have to worry about Gulf of America. I don't know if I can say that. That's like crazy how that's controversial. So not only do we have to worry about bull sharks, but also about gators. Maybe even crocodiles, yeah. There's probably some mutations of both going on. All right, I'm gonna rip the swing.
Reuniting with Finn on this trip has been so nice this far. He's my type of friend that after we don't talk for weeks, we can reconnect and it's like nothing's changed.
Sponsor us, you dude.
Pub sub, UV8, and this.
Why don't you eat with your mouth closed and talk with your mouth empty?
Since we only see each other on adventures, we always have a ton of new stories and major life changes to tell one another. I almost look forward to this more than the activity itself.
Okay, we made it all the way up to Troy Springs here. We're gonna go in. Apparently there's a sunken ship down in the crack.
Someone just asked me in a comment, does Finn bath? Where does Finn bath?
Finn baths in the Florida Springs.
You're not Finn. What's up? You're not Finn. Are you Finn? No, it's good to meet you.
Yeah, we live down in Crystal River.
Right?
We got some fans fanning me up right now.
Literally the most random place to be recognized. That is something I always forget about being famous. Or sorry, I meant having famous friends. This was my first deep free dive of the day, and if you look closely at my abdomen, you can see me going through panic contractions, which is where my brain thinks it needs air and then sends my body into a false shock. It's from some unresolved trauma, I think. And then there's Finn, who's half fish. There's something about riding a Sea-Doo that just brings the child out inside. As me and Finn grow older, we talk about how life is getting more complicated and difficult, but when we go on adventures like this, we become kids again and resort back to a much simpler way of life of how it used to be. But then we realize we're getting old and dizzy.
We've been on the river all day long. It's been so fun. We don't know where we're sleeping tonight, but these jet skis rip. They're so much fun. Sea-Doo sponsor a trip for me and Luke to do this out to the Bahamas from Florida.
We've gone through about 10 different storms on these already, and my face still feels like I got pegged with paintballs all over it. It hurts so bad.
Luke's shown me all the cool springs, all the spots. It's been really cool having a local Floridian guide.
Florida living you!
Yes.
Oh man, we have been cruising on the river. I have no idea how many miles we've actually gone, but by the way my hair is, we've gone a lot of miles. We're kind of just making stops along the river after we have too much wind in our face and our ears. But so far this trip has been absolutely incredible. This river's a little bit wider than the first river we went on in the first jet ski video, which is on my Yaf account. Go subscribe there. But it's been incredible. There's so many springs along this river that we're just bumping across. And we found a really good rope swing. Gone through a bunch of weather. Oh my gosh, there's a manatee right here. No way.
Such a beautiful animal. Wow. The way they draw your full attention with their curious, gentle presence. No other animal I have experienced can calm you quite like a manatee can. I'm proud that Florida is one of the only places in the world where these big guys can be seen in their natural environment.
Little update, we've been jet skiing all day long.
We were actually trying to find camp, and then Finn brought up the idea of maybe wanting to go to the Gulf of America.
I think it's an hour riding time, so hopefully we get there before dark. We find a place to set up our hammocks.
If it gets dark, it's gonna get sketchy and it's gonna be an adventure. So we're gonna give it a shot, try to get to the Gulf of America from the Swanee River.
Oh, and we got gas, so we're chilling.
Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the Gulf of America, or Mexico. Mexico's that way, I think. It feels like we should not be here, honestly, on jet skis. If I was to kill someone, I'd probably do it over here because there is like nothing for miles and miles. So, and then that way there's just a massive ocean, but I don't think we're gonna make that crossing today, maybe tomorrow morning. No, I'm kidding. Look at them bad boys taking us here. It is so nice being able to cruise at 50 miles an hour. You go so fast and you go so far. Oh my gosh, another dolphin right over there. We've seen dolphin in the Gulf right here. We've seen manatees and gators. Although we haven't filmed a gator or a dolphin yet, but we have seen them, I promise.
We still have to figure out where we're gonna sleep though. So, sleep spot pending.
Spend the night in the Gulf, watch the sun go down, amazing sunset, and then go to a restaurant over here, or if we should play it smart and camp on the banks of the river, although we still could get eaten by a gator. I don't know. We're gonna make that call here soon. Anyways, we gotta make the decision. Finn is leaving me. I gotta follow him.
We found a little dock that supposedly has primitive camping on the premise. Luke's putting on a nice shirt. Wow.
going out.
We're going to dinner. We're going to find a dinner place. We're in this like really crazy little place called Swanee, Florida. We're gonna set up our hammocks. Inserting clip now. Hopefully it's comfortable. Hopefully we don't get kicked out.
We had absolutely no plan and just randomly found this place. Like,
Yeah.
Right as the sun was setting.
Biggest thing about traveling, guys, once you do it enough, no plan becomes the plan.
It just works out, honestly.
It just works out, and if it doesn't,
We met Gil.
we met
showed
Gil.
us
Shout
around.
out to Gil. He was the one who let us know if we could sleep here or not.
He's not even the guy who owns this place.
It's not even the guy who owns this place, so.
That's how it runs
Google
around.
Maps helps, but we came out here knowing that we'd probably have to sleep in the trees somewhere. We ended up sleeping, and we ended up,
Being incredibly handsome helps as well.
yeah, like if you're not really handsome, then
Don't travel.
don't travel.
Recently, I've been getting into morning routines, and being on this trip was not going to stop me from that. And every day, it starts off with this stuff right here. It's a brand called Live It Up, who's sponsoring this video, and their super greens have become essential to my mornings. So all I do is just take a scoop of it, pour it in my water, and then stir it up with their nice little stir. Woo! Probably should have turned it on in the water. And then it's ready to go. It helps with things like digestion, bloating, but what I really notice from it is the steady energy it gives me throughout the day, unlike the typical coffee crash I get. You know, adding this to my morning routine and having that consistency every day, I feel like does set up my day for success. And even if all I have to do on my agenda today is jet ski down a river, I feel like it's gonna be even better with this. If you want to try Live It Up, which I think you'd like it, use code LukeB15 to get 15% off your first order. They also offer free shipping and 30-day money-back guarantee, so it's super easy to try. Link is in my description, or you can scan the QR code right here to order yours today. Alright, I am getting burned right now. I'm gonna finish my morning routine, and we gotta hit the river because it is getting bright! Ew! Morning, we are back on the Swanee River today. We had an incredible time over on the Gulf Coast. We actually camped in a person's RV. His name was Gil. He had a nice cold AC RV that he let us crash in for the night, which was incredible. And then we woke up early this morning, and then we got back on the jet skis, and now we are at Manatee Springs. We're gonna check it out here. But first we gotta fill up Finn's jet ski and mine for the long haul back today. Getting on the jet skis in the morning, like one of the best feelings ever. You feel like you're both fighter jets going next to each other just on flat glass water. Incredible. All right, we're gonna fill up though. But honestly, I didn't know the story behind this trip other than two best friends going out having an adventure. But I think something I've learned is it's not an adventure unless you're meeting people. For example, like we could have stayed in the woods last night, it would have been great, but we wouldn't have met half the characters we did last night in this small little town right on the swamp beach area. This is a good banana.
Flashbacks to when Luke and I did the Florida Everglades Trail.
Yeah, we were just walking straight through this stuff.
We did.
What did you learn from this trip?
Like Luke was saying, it's who you meet along the journey. I won't remember, you know, the super fast jet skiing through the water. I'll remember hitchhiking on a little Can-Am and Swanee, and then talking to this old woman who was fixing to get in her car after drinking too many beers, and then Gil.
Oh, the water temp's so good.
Perfect temperature.
Perfect.
You know, Gil.
Gil was the man.
Sleeping in his
We literally just
sleeping in his RV, and then waking up to him saying, "Are y'all gonna sleep in or what?"
he literally woke us up like we were his children. It was awesome. I hope we see a manatee in Manatee Springs. That was a beautiful spring. Absolutely amazing. I mean, the amount of water pouring out of there, and the blueness of it. So good.
The blueness just pouring out of that.
Whenever I free dive, after a while of not doing it, I have like my fear, my panic coming back, which I've talked about before.
He gets scared and he's like, I can't go down anymore.
I get scared and like my heart kind of races, but yeah, after just a couple dives, it went away, which is awesome. And I got to experience the magical enlightenment that I found at the bottom of the spring.
Which was a big old manatee was waiting down there for him. Which is AKA code for a big Florida woman.
That's good. We're done with the trip, just like that.
That was a lot of fun. Thanks for taking me out, Luke.
I have no idea how many miles we went, but probably too many. Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Yes, everyone says that, but it does help, seriously. Subscribe to my Yap account if you haven't already. I'll link it right here. And as always, stay adventurous.
You.